What's up, these gamers? Welcome back to the Batatanator TCG. I do have to apologize, guys. I have not been consistent at all this past week. I do have to apologize, and I am sorry, guys. Expect videos from the Batatanator TCG every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from now on. And also, guys, join us on our live streams every Saturday. We have so much fun. We go and show up all the reveals that have been revealed for the whole week. And also, we try to build cool decks and compete with them. So make sure you guys join us on our stream. Subscribe and follow. We will be more consistent in the future. For now, let's jump in and see the top 16 decks in the PPG tournament. This is so exciting, guys. Purple wins again. Let's go. Purple's winning again. This is amazing, guys. I can't believe it. Bishop Rice took first with his purple deck. Let's go through it. It's an interesting, unique deck. He only has 17 rookies. Doesn't run many level 4s or level 5s for that matter, and has no Lilithmons. So he does run the 4 Demi-Devimons. He runs the 4 Impmons, 4 Gabumons. So that's a 12 now if you've been counting. He does run the 4 Tapermon. That's 16. And now we're running 18 level 3s actually with the 𝐒𝐔𝐏𝐏𝐿. So that's interesting. He always has all the level 3s he needs, and he's never going to get stuck on them. He also runs only 8 level 4s, which is amazing. I've never seen this before. 8 level 4s. He only runs the good level 4s, which are the blockers and the Devimons. And then finally, he only runs 4 level 5s as well, which we've never seen. We don't see this a lot. We do see at least one Myotismon, but he only runs the 4 Chimeramon. Now, he doesn't run any Lilithmon. He runs 4 Beelzemons and 2 Piedmons and 2 Volcanic Dramons just to counter any rushes against him, since he's not guaranteed to get those blockers in his hand because there's only 4 of them, and there's not a lot of level 4s. So I think the idea of this deck is to try to drop out as many level 3s out on the field as possible to pressure your opponent with your Grizzly Wings and maybe just call them out, and then use them with Chimeramon in order to get rid of your opponents. Maybe even Devimon on top of them. And also you do have the option to Piedmon towards the end of the game in order to get back any blockers or Devimons, or maybe even those level 3s that you need just for a little extra pressure. So amazing deck, really cool to see the 2 Volcanic even, no Lilithmons whatsoever, very consistent deck. There is 2 Millenniumons, which I really like to see. There are 2 Mats, which I think this is the right play. We've seen there is a difference. There is a discussion between 2 or 3 Mats in a purple deck. I think 3 is really viable. 2 can be very useful as well. It just depends on how many times you want to see Matt in a game. If you just want to see him once and never again, and towards maybe the mid or late game, then 2 I think is a great number. If you do want to see him a little more, 3 is probably the number you're going to look for, although you're probably going to play more than one of him every game, because you probably have to see him twice or more. So 3 is if you want to see him more than once, and 2 I think is only if you want to see him once. And then we do have 4 Grizzly, 1 Heat Viper, and the 3 Trump Sword. And I think he just removed one of the mats for the extra Grizzly Wing, because the usual setup is 3 mats, 3 Grizzly, 1 Viper, and 3 Trump Sword. So it's a really cool deck. I've never seen anything like this. Congratulations to Bishop Rice. He really created something amazing. He removed any inconsistencies like the 2 level 4s that you don't need and the 1 level 5, and made an extremely consistent deck. You don't even need the Lilithmon in this deck, because maybe he just felt like he's not going to be able to get onto her very easily. And Beelzemon makes that super easy. Plus you do have a Piedmon, so you never have to worry about riding a level 6. You can always toss them out anytime you want. So that makes sense. Plus the Beelzemon can also ride over Chimera, so if he can't see any Impmons and he can't pull them out with his Grizzly Wing, he can final chance Chimeramon on the field and then get this Beelzemon on top of him. Amazing deck, really nice to see. Now number 2 was a blue Omni. We went to Daniel Gil. I think we'll see a little bit of a reminder of what we've seen before with blue. We see 4 Elecmon, 3 Gabo, 3 Goma, and 2 Gomamon. So that's 4, 3, 3, 2. That's a really weird number. Actually, there's 3 more Gabumons that Digivolve, that remove a Digivolution source when attacking. So as an inheritable. So we have 3, 3, so that's 6, 9, 11, and we have 15 level 3s in this deck. Okay, interesting. We've never seen 15 level 3s in a blue Omni deck before. Usually they run 14 because they're very consistent in drawing, so they're not worried about not riding a level 3 or not having a level 3. They just draw so much. We are running, I think here 11 level 4s, which I think I'm right. We're running the 3 Garurumon, the 4 Gorillamons, and the 4 4 Grizzlymons and 4 Gorillamons, sorry. Or sorry, 4 Gorillamons, then 4 Grizzlymon, you're right. Then we have let me see how many we have. 9 level 5s, and we're running 4 Monzimon, 2 Zudumons that are awesome, and we are running the loaded Lyomon, which I've talked about this before. I have never ran a loaded Lyomon in a blue deck before, but I've seen Steven Rodriguez do it, and I think it's existing there just for the pressure, because usually blue Omni cannot attack from level 5. They're running Monzimons or War Garurumons or Zudumons. Those guys maximum have 7k DP. They just can't attack. It's very inconsistent. It's gonna die most of the time. It's gonna lose. You're gonna lose your piece, your level 5 if you attack with them. So I think that's what the loaded Lyomon's there, just so you can start pressuring from level 5 and you don't have to wait to become level 6. You can start attacking immediately. That's what I believe the loaded Lyomon is there, and it's amazing to see that this deck is taken second. Now we are running the regular 3 Metal Garurumon, 4 Pulsimon. We have 1 Volcanic Dramon and 3 Omni. So he does remove 1 Omni for the Volcanic Dramons, and he does have all the Vulcan's Hammer he needs. This is an amazing deck. I really like it. It looks like a lot of fun with the Digivolutions and some attacks at level 5. Really nice to see. Steven Rodriguez wins 3rd again, so this is TrueChampionSteve. He does win 3rd again another week playing PPG events. This one is a completely different deck. He ran Rookie Rush. He runs 4 Gomamons, the 2 Hardcast, 4 Elecmon, the 2 Hardcast. He runs 4 Armadalamon, the 2 Hardcast with the 1 Evo cost. He runs the 4 Gabumons that give you a draw, and he runs the 4 Gabumons that give you a draw, and 3 Gomamons that get you a memory if you die. Those guys, the Gomamons that give you a memory, are probably what he wants to Evo over. So he is running 4 Gorillamon, 2 Leomon, and 2 Zudumon. That's really nice to see. Leomon is always going to be on top of Gomamon to give you 3 memory. That's amazing. Zudumon is always there if you don't have anything, you just hardcast the Zudumon, get whatever you need out, and everything else is really cheap. So that's really amazing to see. He is running some green here. He has 4 Mushroommons and 4 Goblimons. He doesn't run any green Digitama though, so these are just hardcasting out. And then he does run the 3 Vegemon. He does have the 4 Puppetmon for stall and 4 Flower Cannon in case he wants to just stop one of the blockers so he can end the game. So really amazing to see. He's probably going to get locked on 1 or 2 memory, which he was able to counter by having Vulcan's Hammer as well as Leomons in his deck. So that's very easy to counter now. You can gain memory very easily by attacking and losing your guys to security. Next we have Thomas Henry. He has another blue Omni deck, very similar to the one we saw. It does have loaded Lyomons, but there is the difference in Zudumons and loaded Lyomons. The other one had 3 loaded Lyomons. This one has 3 Zudumons and only 2 loaded Lyomons. And so he switched between the Zudumons and Lyomons. And this one also is only running 14 level 3s, which is very consistent to other blue Omni decks. And he is running the 4 Omni and 1 Volcanic Dramon. So looks like he took 1 level 3 and swapped it with an Omni from the other deck. Very cool to see. Dan Vang here playing really cool deck. I think this is just all the cards he has. He got 5th with weird deck shape. Has 3 colors, which I've never seen top before. 3 colors. He is running 4 Gomamons, the 2 hardcast, 4 Elecmon, the 2 hardcast, 4 Gomamon that give you memory. That's all his level 3s for blue. He is running 1 Garurumon, 1 Gorillamon, and 4 Leomon. That's really weird to see. Why would you even run 1 of each? Why not just run 2 of 1 of them? That's really weird. And then, but I'm not sure how this deck even is played, right? I've never played this. He does run... Let's see, he has the cheap yellow. He does run 4 of the Sephirothmon. He does run the yellow that kills 2 3k Digimon, which is really nice to see. He runs 2 of... I think this is really... I mean, you could do this in any deck, this yellow specifically, because he's on play. And then he does have the on play yellow that give you restore +1. He does run 3 of those. And looks like he accesses his level 6s, his yellow level 6s from his yellow level 5s, right? So this is, I guess this is a very similar deck to a deck I've built before. It's a purple blue deck. The idea is the low levels are all blue and the higher levels are all different color. And that's because the higher levels in purple, for example, they give you so much memory gains, and there's removal in them that blue doesn't have access to in their level 6s, so it's really fun to play higher level 6 in different colors in blue decks. But blue also has memory gains, so it's really nice to combine blue with other decks that are mana hungry. For example, if you get a Chimeramon out for 3 memory because you ate your Leomon, that's amazing, right? um, or because you ate your Leomon on top of the Gomamon, that you just get a four cost Chimera. That's really good. Then we do run the one Ice Wolf Craw. No, we do run the Ice Wolf Breath. He does run 2 Kaiser Nails. That's really nice. He does run the 2 Matte Aishidas that give him 1 memory if the opponent doesn't have a Digivolution source. And he is running 1 TK Takishi, which he's probably never going to see, except I mean, he is only running 1 of it. It is the best. It is the best yellow tamer, but he's not going to be able to activate that tamer so many times. So that it makes sense to only run 1 of, just to check out all your security cards and to kind of be consistent with that. And then the 4, and he is running 4 Volcan's Hammer. Really cool deck. He does have 2 Puppetmons there just to stall. I guess that's the only green he has. So really, this is a blue-yellow deck with a splash of green. Really nice deck. Really cool to see. Congratulations, Dan, on your 5th spot. That's amazing. That's such a really cool deck. It reminds me a lot of my purple blue mashup. But you've done it so cool. You've done it in such a weird way. I never thought yellow could work in blue, and you made it work. So really amazing to see. Another blue Omni deck. This one's running Leopardmons. Only 1 Metal Garurumon and 1 Leopardmon. It does have the Metal Seadramons here. I don't know how much more viable Metal Seadramons are than the Volcanic Dramon, but at least they get rid of the Gorilla Mons, right? Or the Grizzly Mons. So they do get rid of blockers. So I don't know how useful they are, but they do get rid of blockers. He is running the 2 Gomamons here that remove Digivolution sources. Very similar to the Gabumon. And we have 2 Leomons. So people are opting to run Leomons in their blue Omni decks. They really do like the memory gains. This one is different. It has only 3 Monzimons and 3 loaded Liomons and 3 Zudumons that basically remove the Digivolution sources. Those are really cool. I've never seen this mashup before. I've never seen anybody reduce his Monzimons to 3 ever in a blue Omni deck. I've never seen that happen before. Obviously, he only wanted to run 8 level 5s, or he wanted to run 9, and that was the only way to access that number, by reducing your Monzimon. I've never seen anybody running 3 Monzimons. Although you don't always want to play the Monzimons, they're always there just for consistency's sake. They're very cheap. If you need to throw them out on the field, they're really nice to throw. But you don't need to do that with the Monzimon. He's actually really bad, but because he's 6k, but he's just so cheap. It's just so nice to have 4 of him. So it's really cool to see somebody running only 3. And then we have a weird mashup of level 3s. I mean, I really don't like seeing one-offs in decks, but some people can make them work. I just don't think they're consistent because our decks are so huge. They're 50 cards. But to see one-offs in decks, you know, when it's level 3, that's really easy. You don't expect to see it. But yeah, he also running 1 Volcanic Dramon as well. So there's a lot of one-offs in this deck. 1 Metal Garurumon, 1 Leopardmon, 1 Gomamon, 1 Volcanic Dramon. I don't see any Omnimons. Well, there are 3 Omnimons. And just 2 Leomons. So it's really interesting. Nice job, Stefan. Really cool deck. I've never seen this ever before. Really weird combination you've done there, and you made it work. 7th is Garrett. Let's rush a little bit, guys. He is running purple. He has 1 Puppetmon, 2 Magnadramons, 4 Impmons, 4 Gabumons, 3 Tapers. So let's count here, and 2 Tsukimons. So that's 4, 2, 4, 8, 10, 13. That's 13 level 3s. Okay. So in purple, you're either running 17 or 18 level 3s, or you're literally running 13 or 14 level 3s. It's so interesting to see purple decks, and they're all topping. So we are running 8 level 4s. We don't need any more, to be honest, in purple. We are running 6 level 5s. I'm not sure why. Because he's running Lilithmon. He's running 1 Lilithmon. That's why he has the 6. He is running 2 Piedmonts, 2 Beelzemons, 2 Millenniumons, 1 Lilithmon. What do you guys think? Do you guys like this one Lilithmon, or do you like the 4 Beelzemon more? I really appreciated that 4 Beelzemon in the top first place, because you can see the consistency in this deck. Running 18 level 3s and 4 Beelzemon, that's super consistent. And we are seeing the 2 mats and the 2 mats. So he's gonna be a 4 memory deck. He does have the Ice Wolf Claws or Wolf Claws, the Kaiser Nails to get your Beelzemon out for super cheap, or Piedmon out for 4 memory. He does run 1 Ice Wolf Claw for removal, because Trump Sword just doesn't do some certain kind of removals. And also he does have 2 Grizzly Wings, which we've never seen before. We usually see 3, but he only has 13 level 3, so it makes sense to run just 3 or 2 Grizzly Wings, 1 Heat Viper and 3 Trump Swords. Really cool to see, guys. Purple is super good, it's super consistent, it's winning, it's there. He's only running level, I mean, these 2 purples are only running for 8 level 4s, so maybe there's room for 8 level 4s in these decks. 8th is another Rush Omni by Chris, or not Rush Omni, it was just a Rush green blue deck, very similar to the one we saw earlier. 4 Elecmon, 4 Gabmon, 4 Gomamon that give you the extra memory, 1 Leomon, 4 Gorillamons, really cheap. He is running 4 of the Goblimons, 4 of the Mushroomon. He is running 4 Vegiemons, 4 Puppetmons. He does have 2 Tapermons. He has also 4 of the Gomamons that are 2 Hardcast. He only runs 3 Flower Cannons and 4 Vulcan Hammers. I like the 3 Flower Cannons. I don't think you need 4. I really don't, especially because you're always, kind of going to get stuck at 1 memory. Your opponent's always going to give you 1 memory. So you either can play a Digimon out, or you can Flower Cannon, and you can't do both, right? So it makes sense to not want to have so many of her, and you only really play her when you gain maybe Vulcan's Hammers or stuff like that. 9th, we have Max Tapera. He already announced this. He did get 9th. Really cool red Omni deck. Very cool to see. He is running 4 Biomon, the 2 Hardcast. He's running 4 Mondramon, so 8 Hardcast cards. And then very similar to David Jung, he's running 4 Agumon and 2 Guillemon. So we like this setup. We like this level 3s. I think this is the perfect setup, just because you can hardcast these 2 costs. And you don't necessarily need the 1000X except when you Digitama Evo. So that's really the reasoning here why we play 6 of these. We are running the best level 4 in the game, the extra security +1 Greymon. We have the 4 Dark Tyranno and the 4 blockers. We have 4 Ground Dramons, 3 Metal Greymons, and the 2 of the other Metal Greymons that give you +3 memory when you get blocked. I think this is amazingly consistent. I like this deck. I can't believe this deck didn't take first. The way this is built, it makes me feel like it should be number 1. Is it possible that these Metal Greymons just did not do their job? These 3 extra memory Metal Greymons that went blocked, they just did not ever get blocked. Is that possible to say? Was it better to have Skull Greymon there? That's very interesting to see. I really like this deck. I really like this deck though, because he has a complete consistent setup, and even his level 6s, he's running 4 Phoenixmon, 3 Volcanic Dramons. I really like this number. War Greymon is good, but Volcanic Dramon just adds for consistency. Plus, you never have to evo him. You can always call him out. And your Phoenixmon is really the boss of this deck. He's the big guy. We have 4 Omni and 4 Terra Force. Amazing deck. I really like this. I think he could have got out with 3 Omni, but maybe he wanted to see more Omnimons. Amazing. We've talked to Travis O'Halloran recently, and we've done an interview with him. Him and Max Tapir were actually building the deck he took first with, or a 12th with, and this is very similar build. I'm pretty sure they've taken ideas from each other to build this deck. Really cool. 10th is Tyler Sire or Kyre, another red Omni, very similar to the one we saw. He is running the 8 hardcast 2 cost Digimon and 6 of the 3 cost Digimon that give you +1k. He's running 12 level 4s, Ground Dramon at 5, Skull Greymon at 2, and Metal Tyrannomon at 3. So he's completely switched up his level 5 setups. He only has 2 Volcanic Dramons, 4 Phoenixmons, and 1 War Greymon. I'm not sure what the War Greymon is there for. Maybe he'd rather ride that over the Volcanic Dramons, and he would rather just play these Volcanic Dramons. He never wants to ride them, which makes sense because the War Greymon is still 1k over the Volcanic Dramon. He's still bigger. and then he runs the 4 Omni and 4 Terraforce. Really awesome. See another red here as well. I love these reds. Looks like David Jung unlocked the perfect level 3 setup for reds. He has all the Monodramons at 8 and the Biomons at 8, and then the 1000 plus Digimon at 6, just because those are only for the Digitama, whereas the Monodramons and Biomons are hardcast anytime, any turn. Any turn you could hardcast at least one. He is running the 12 level 4s. We're going to see that a lot in red decks. We don't see 11, not like blue. And we are running 4 Ground Dramons, 2 Skull Greymons, another 3 Metal Tyrannomons, another setup exactly like Tyler Sire. And don't tell me this deck doesn't win. It's literally a copy-paste of this deck, and it took literally the 11th and 10th spot. These two decks are exactly equal to each other. They look exactly alike, and they took the 10th and 11th stop. This is a deck that wins. This is a deck that wins. You cannot tell me it doesn't. And most of the reason why is because of this Greymon. He just applies so much pressure, but also because once you're on Phoenixmon, you can beat up any Omni, and you have so much removal of all the Terraforce and Omnimons. So you just have so much removal. It's really nice to see these decks. I love red. I love red so much. I've already done 2 interviews with the red players, and I'm understanding a lot about red. So I really like to see that those decks are actually topping exactly looking alike. Now we have 12th is Pavel Petrov. He is running the Gabumon at 2. He has the 3 Gabumon that remove, 4 Elecmon, 2 Gomamon, 4 Gomamons. So that's 4, 4, 8, 10, 15. That's 15 level 3s. He's running 11 level 4s. He is running 8 level 5s with those 3 Zudomon, 1 loaded Liamon. I think the loaded Liamon is there just to start attacking really early. Volcanic Dramon is at 1. We do have 3 Metal Greymons and 4 Phoenixmons or Pelsimons, and he was able to find room for 4 Omni and 3 Volcanic. So these are amazing decks. Marcel Senki Long, we already did an interview with this guy. He's topping again. Last interview, I think he was 11th. Now he's at the 13th. Amazing. Another blue-green rush, but he has Skull Greymons in here and 2 Leomons. Really amazing to see. He does run the 4 flower cannons. I think those are activated with the Vulcan's Hammer, just because you're always stuck at 1 memory. Especially when you're playing a deck like this that doesn't run any tamers. Your opponent's probably just going to leave you at 1. So you need those Vulcan's Hammers to activate those flower cannons so you can actually gain anything from them. Plus he does have Leomon for extra memory and the Gomamons once they're evoed. Those are the only evo target. He doesn't want to evo anything else except the Gomamons. He is running 4 Gobbly, 4 Mushroomon, and 4 of the Vegemon. We've seen other decks that ran 3 Vegemon but the same number of Gobblymons and Mushroomons, and he is running the 4 Puppamon. So all the rush decks are very similar to each other. But you can run 2 or 3 tech decks, which is tech cards, which is really cool to see. Skull Greymon here. Stefan Medhurst, another Joan B. This is a really good deck. This took first in Core TCG, created by Jordan Beard, and he's just playing it again. Amazing deck with the Garurumon and the Digitamamon combo. The Digitamamon, once he's on the field, if you have Mimi, you gain 3 memory. You attack with the Digitamamon, you get 6 memory. You play the Garurumon out, you get to stand the Digitamamon and attack again, and you gain 3 extra memory, so you can call out 2 extra units. A really amazing combo. And if you don't want to call out 2 extra units, you could call out a 2 cost unit and then play a Puppamon out. Amazing control, gives you a lot of mobility and a lot of options to play with. You gain 6 memory in 1 turn. It's amazing. Plus you also gain the 3 memory from Mimi. So amazing combo here, and it's a pretty rushy deck, so that's what you don't need to run any level 6s in it besides the Puppamon that helps you stop the opponent. Josh Stallworth took 15th. He is running Metal Garurumon at 4, 3 Metal 3 Millenniumons, 2 Beelzemons. Really interesting. We've never seen this combo before. He is running the 10 level 4s, and he is running 6 level 5s. And then, oh no, he's actually running 11 level 4s. Okay. And then finally, he's running the 4 Grizzly, 3 Trump, 1 Heat Viper, 3 Matt Ishidas. He likes to see his mats. He only runs 2 Impmons, 3 Tsukemons, 4 Tapermons, and 4 Gabumons. So he's only running 30 level 3s. He's running 11 level 4s, 6 level 5s, and the rest. And 6 level 6s. So really nice to see. We don't see any Piedmons or any Lilithmons, and we do see 6 Millenniumons. So amazing purple deck. It worked. And finally 16 was Josfer Christ Lomapus. and he did a blue Omni deck. He ran loaded Liomons in it with Zoodomons. He has the alternate art Omnimon, I guess, and Metal Garurumons. He does run one Ice Wolf Claw. Really nice to see these decks, guys. If you still don't know what to build, now you should at least have an idea of what you want to create. I mean, I'm showing you guys some of the best decks in the world, and these all work. So make sure you guys use this video to take some inspiration. If you haven't yet, go watch my other videos, top 16. We've followed every other PPG tournament, and we've showed you all the top 16 decks. If you want to win, that's the best way for you to access knowledge in order to win. And the other best way is to watch our interviews. We interviewed some of the best players that have been winning these PPG events. There's a lot of information. We asked them a lot of questions about their decks and what would they change, what's the perfect first turn look like, and you can gain a lot of valuable knowledge from there. So make sure you go check out our top 16 decks and go check out our interviews if you don't still know what you want to build. But I think I know what I'm going to build. I think I'm going to go ahead and start building red. Red is doing really good. I think once you figure out how to play it, you can win first place in it very easily. And we see the same copy of red winning 10th and 11th. So I think there's potential. Besides that, we're going to go ahead and end the video here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.